There's Chromebooks and there's desktops. Okay, group one. See if you're there. Where's group one? I need Tomas, Maeve, and Caitlin. Caitlin. Where's Caitlin? Left early, okay. Group two. Where's group two? Francis, Penelope, Taylor. Group three. Where's group three? Group three should be Victoria, John, Erica. Good. And group four, David, Delania, Eduardo. Got it? Okay. Ariana, you gonna sit down? Jacob, where are you?
I'm in third.
All right, go ahead. Okay, next step, clear your books. You'll need only a notebook. Put all the books underneath so I don't trip on them. You will need a notebook and a pen or pencil. Hold that. Okay, so I'm going to instruct you from down here so the tech people can see me. Today we're doing two stations. First station is the collaboration station. Second station is technology. So it's going to take about 10 minutes to explain what to do, and we'll probably stay in this station for the entire day. And then Monday we will switch, because this station is going to take you a little longer to do. There's two stations. First is the tech station. You have a Chromebook and you have your directions right here. Okay? Tech station, remember. Read that second purple one.
Oh, talk to people.
Second purple one.
Oh, ask 3 people in your station for help before you ask the teacher.
Nice and loud.
Ask 3 people in your station for help before you ask the teacher.
Okay, good. That's what we're after. So if you can't figure something out, ask somebody at the tech station, see if they can do it with you before you bother me. The reason why we're doing two stations today, we're not doing a teacher station because I'm going to help the tech station today. We're doing something new. We're doing a playlist, and you go through a progression of different activities that you're going to do. And you access it through your Google Classroom. So it's just a link, and I promise it'll work this time. You access it through your Google Classroom, and I'm going to help you go through each one. There's a detailed list of steps. Everyone has a copy. So you're going to follow. I'm going to help you with that. Collaboration. Open up your folders in your collaboration groups. Take out the expectations. Okay, group one, give me an expectation.
One person speaks at a time.
Good, one person speaks at a time. Group two, give me one.
All students participate.
Group three. Be kind. Group four.
All students participate.
Good, and there's a few more. We've been using those all year long, so you should be familiar with how to do that. In the collaboration group, you're going to do two things. You all have an article, so a tech group, you need to pay attention. I want to explain this twice. You have an article about the Greek gods and goddesses, which I told you we'll be working on this today. Two things. You're going to read this article. It talks about 14 gods and goddesses. You're going to get a white piece of paper, and you're going to create a family tree of the Greek gods and goddesses. You don't have to put all 14 on the family tree, because some of you won't understand where they go. Try to put as many as you can on the family tree. It's not as easy as you think. A sample family tree is on the board there. This is mine. It's very simple. Just in case you've never done one, or in case it's been a long time since you've done one. So Paul and Maria are my parents. Okay? They had 4 children. And so the line comes down and it goes to each child. Dominic, Deborah, Paul, so the line goes right to Paul, and then Joe, which is me. Line goes right to Joe. And then Paul married Michelle, so this is who they married, and you're going to see some of the Greek gods and goddesses did get married. And they had 2 children, Kerry and Amy. Joe married Barbara, and they had 2 children, Isabella, and Gabrielle. And the last one is Kerry had a baby, and that was Valentina. Okay? So this is a simple family tree. This is what I want you to do for the Greek gods and goddesses. You might find that it's not that simple with the gods and goddesses. Yes?
What happens if the Greek gods and goddesses marry each other but they're siblings?
Well, that's what you're gonna do. So I'll let you figure that out first, all right? It's a struggle. It's kind of interesting. Okay? The second thing you will do in the groups is everyone's gonna get a chart. And it's a chart that looks at all those gods and goddesses in that article in one column, and on the right column, it asks you to list their human traits. It asks you to list their human traits. And you're gonna do that. And I want you to decide in the collaboration group, almost a strategy as to how you're gonna do that. How are you going to do all this work in 40 minutes? Not many people have finished. Some have, because they came up with a plan first. So try to come up with a plan which you've done before. Give those to the 4 people at the computer. Does everyone have one? So these you'll hold on to, and you'll do one family tree per group. Okay? So I'm going to instruct the tech group a little while, and the collaboration groups can get started. Go ahead. All right, look up here, please. So the tech people, the rest of you close your Chromebooks. Logwaf, close your Chromebooks. Actually, no, leave them on. You might need them. Try to turn your bodies a little bit so you can see the front of the room. Okay, a couple things. First thing is debrief about the groups. So on the collaboration groups, I had you write on your sheets what you did well and if there was something you didn't do well. So what did we come up with for that? Jacob.
Well, my group, we stayed on topic. We stayed on topic because we were barely talking and we were doing, we were writing down the information. But then,
hold on. So good. So he said they stayed on, what did you say, stay on topic?
Yeah.
He said his group stayed on topic. They were, read it again?
They were barely talking.
They were barely talking and did what?
And then when we went to the family tree, started discussing about where that person should go.
Okay, so he said when they did the family tree, they started to discuss, or they're actually talking to each other about where that particular person should go on the family tree. So there's 2 good things this group did. All right, what did this group do well?
All students participated. We all participated and were on task and discussing each other's ideas.
Okay, so the whole group participated. Everybody had something to say about the task they were doing. How about this group?
Be kind, we were respectful when somebody is speaking or reading.
Say that again, I'm sorry, a little louder.
Be kind, we are respectful when somebody is speaking or reading.
Oh, good. So she said the group was kind, they were respectful when someone was reading or speaking, everyone was listening. Did I see something you didn't do well on there?
Discuss answers, ideas, and don't discuss their thoughts.
Okay, so some ideas they weren't discussing, they said, okay? How about this group?
One thing that we did really well was we stayed open-minded to each other's ideas.
Okay, so they stayed open-minded to each other's ideas. Anything else?
Good or
Do you have something that you didn't do well?
yeah.
Go ahead.
We spoke over each other once or twice, but then we kind of got ourselves together and went back to listening.
Okay, good. So she said they spoke over each other once or twice, but they were able to bring it back in and start speaking one at a time. Good. Okay. Tech group, any problems with the tech?
No.
No problems? You understood how to do the playlists?
Yeah.
You understood that you could skip that one tile if you scored high enough on the Google form?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll do the tech, we'll do that playlist, blend space more often. When the bell rings, you're staying here for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk to Ms. Chattel about that. All right, so let's do the family tree. We're going to put the family tree on the board. Okay? How many of you have had difficulty with the family tree? It's not your normal family, is it?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. So I'm going to give you the name of the god, and you can raise your hand. Anyone, it doesn't matter who. You come up to the board and put it where you think it should be.